Today we celebrate the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, body and soul into heaven when the earthly life ended. In other words, as happened with Jesus after his death, Mary's body did not undergo decay, but instead was glorified. In that respect, she is an exceptional rule, since, as the book of Genesis chapter 3:19 tells us, we are all dust, and to dust shall we return. Our Catholic teachings declares that one of Mary's greatest privileges, in fact, the basis of all other privileges, is her immaculate conception, whereby in the first instance of her conception, she was preserved, free from all stain of original sins. And the Assumption is closely bound to this first privilege of Mary. By her immaculate conception, Mary was spared from original sin, and as a result, she was not subject to the law of remaining in the corruption of the grave. Pope Pius XII, on 1st November 1950, declared as the divinely revealed dogma that the Immaculate Mother of God, the ever Virgin Mary, having completed the course of her earthly life, was assumed, body and soul, into heavenly glory. And so by this entire unique privilege, Mary was exempted from the corruption of the grave, and she did not have to wait for the end of time, for the redemption of her body. She has been exalted in heaven, now fully conformed to her glorious Son, Jesus. In her pilgrimage on earth, Mary cooperated with God's grace by her obedience, faith, hope, and burning charity in the work of her Son Jesus. Now assumed into heaven, she now exercises her maternal care for the brothers and sisters of her Son. Now, this belief in Mary's Assumption also speaks to us about the faithfulness of the Father, to whom she entrusted her life, and who fulfilled her hope for the fullness of that heaven that she began to live partially on earth. And this belief assures us who are still on our earthly pilgrimage that our hopes also will not be disappointed, that we shall be where she is, heaven. God wills to accomplish in us the same things He accomplished in Mary. We are called, we are chosen and destined to be with Jesus in heaven. Mary's Assumption, therefore, is a sign and a source of hope for us, especially for those of us who are afflicted, who suffer much in this earthly life. We recognize Mary as the perfect model of purity, faith, hope, and burning charity. Mary is the disciple par excellence. So we imitate her to be immaculate, to be pure in heart, and to witness Jesus in our daily lives. So a true devotion to Mary is more than just praying to her, seeking her intercession and her help. It is more than that. Most importantly, it is imitating her, imitate her virtues, to be filled with her Marian spirit, the spirit of Mary. Then gradually and surely we will grow. Then we shall be where she is, heaven. So sisters and brothers, may our celebration of Mary's Assumption into heavenly glory fire up our home, fire up our home of one day also sharing fully in the glory of her Son, Jesus. Amen.